Batman is one of the greatest characters in all of fiction. Unfortunately though, his fan base is probably the most toxic fan base in all of fiction. I try not to judge, but geez man, some of them are just wild. Which brings me to this Facebook post on the Batman official fans page. The other day, someone named Damian Michael asked, okay, toe-to-toe, Batfleck versus Bale in a fight. No suit or gadgets. Who's gonna win? And you honestly got people in these comments who are dead ass saying Christian Bale's Batman would win. I said, anybody who says Bale's Batman would win against Ben Affleck's version is out of their mind. Like, you have got to be mental to say that and be serious about it. I mean, have you seen the Snyderverse version of Batman? It's a no-brainer. This question, it's asking about Bruce Wayne, you know, no suit, just hand-to-hand combat. But honestly, suit or no suit, gadgets or no gadgets, Bruce Wayne is Batman. The suit doesn't make the man. So in or out of the suit, he fights the same. And Nolan vs. Batman, the Dark Knight trilogy version, Christian Bale would get absolutely clobbered by the Snyderverse version, Ben Affleck. He would get messed up. It's not even a competition. It's not even funny. It's not even up for debate. Snyderverse Batman was a veteran. He was a seasoned crime fighter who had been doing this shit for a little over 20 years. He fought beings like Superman, parademons, Deathstroke, a literal super soldier, Deathstroke the Terminator, Killer Croc, literal gods and monsters. This man was ruthless. He's got a full rogues gallery and he fights like Arkham Batman. Look at this man. Dude was a freaking monster. He is insane. This is how Batman fights in the comics. This is how Batman fights in the video games versus Christian Bale's Batman, who wasn't doing none of this. Like, no. No. Bale has no feats like that. His greatest feat, honestly, was climbing out of Peñadora prison, something no man in history had ever done before, and returning to Gotham and beating Bane hand to hand while being able to take hits strong enough to punch through walls. That is Christian Bale's greatest feat. But honestly, how does that even compare to fighting a literal Kryptonian? Christian Bale's Batman fights way slower than Ben Affleck's version. I mean, you can just look at these fight scenes back to back. A 6-year-old can see that Ben Affleck's version was much stronger, much faster. I mean, Bale was also like Batman for like only 3 years. The Dark Knight takes place about 2 years after Batman Begins, and then he retired for 8 years, and then he came back one last time, only to retire again. 2 or 3 years. How do you compare that to a 20-year veteran? How do you even compare that? I'm not saying the dude can't fight, but somebody who's only been doing this for like 2 or 3 years versus somebody who's been doing this for 20 years, he has a lot more experience and a lot more different kinds of enemies. Again, he's fighting literal gods and monsters. Bale is over here fighting humans, like in every movie, just regular ass people. And you know something? I would really love to do this more with Batman Begins version, because in that movie, he actually did fight more like Batman. He was fast, he was strong, he was ruthless, his suit was badass. That's why I love this movie. He felt more like Batman than any other film, to me. But see, the problem is Dark Knight is supposed to be him at his strongest, so I gotta use this one. The main problem with Christian Bale's Batman is that he's too grounded in reality. I know a lot of people like the realism in these movies, but to me, it's too realistic. You would never see this version of Batman going up against characters like Clayface, Killer Croc, Man-Bat, or even vampires. No way. He's too human. He's too realistic. But Ben Affleck's version in the Snyder universe, oh hell yeah. Hell yeah, he was a Justice League member. As far as live action goes, this is the most comic book accurate Batman we've ever seen in the movies. This is a version I could see fighting Poison Ivy or Mr. Freeze. Hell yes. I honestly don't understand how someone could watch all the live action movies and then say Bale is strongest.
What?
Like, you out of your mind. You are outside of your mind. In a fight, hands-on or gadgets, there's no comparison. Batfleck would win. He would literally beat every other live-action version of Batman. It's not a debate. I'm gonna say it one more time. If you've watched every single live-action adaptation of Batman from I'll even say Adam West, from 1966 to now, and you seriously don't think that Ben Affleck would solo every other live-action version, there is something mentally wrong with you. That is insane to me.